had a friend growing up where in the 5th grade, his family bought this old farmhouse from the 1800s, and did a lot of sleepovers there and stuff. And they had this big old barn on the property that had something living in it that wasn't alive. And
wait,
yeah,
okay, yeah, let's go into this.
we used to go in there and like do ghost hunts and stuff, because there was, gosh, it was so long ago. So I'm trying to wrap my brain on exactly what the first experience was. But
yeah, what sparked
I think we were just playing in there one day. They had like an indoor chicken coop for their chickens, and it was an old cattle barn, so it had like the concrete floor with like the troughs for waste and putting hay down and stuff like that. They didn't really do too much to spruce up the barn except for put chickens in it. And we used to go in there and play. We'd bring in super soakers and have like super soaker battles and stuff like that. And there was this one instance where I remember looking up at the ceiling on the ground level. There was an upper level too, but I remember looking at this hole in the ceiling, and I don't know if it was just like part of the woodwork or what, but I remember looking up and it looked like there was this eyeball looking down at me, and I was just like, oh, what's that? And I just kind of kept going on. And then another instance, we were in there, and there were, I think my friend's dad was like into real estate or something, so he was never around. He's always showing houses and stuff to people, and his mom was the librarian in our high school, actually. And at that point, I think she was at a different school, but I digress. No one was in this barn but us. His sister was inside, and we were just in there. It was like the middle of the day, and clear as day, we're in there messing around, being kids. We're like 10 years old, and we hear this voice that says, "Get out." And we're just like, look at each other. We're like, what? And we just booked it. We booked it out of there. And so after that point, we would go in there and try to like, be cute and hunt ghosts and stuff. And there was this one time where I think it was my friend's birthday, and he had like this big birthday party sleepover. And we went in with like a crew, and we had walkie-talkies and stuff, and they worked outside of the barn, wouldn't work inside of the barn. And one of our mutual friends, I think, said he thought he saw like an apparition or something, but I don't know if he did or not. And I remember everyone was like going to bed. It was like 2 a.m. And I got up to like go to the bathroom, and I look out one of the windows that's facing this barn, and his parents are asleep upstairs, and we're in the living room. And I look out, and I see this orb of light going in between the barn windows, like inside the barn.
What?
And I was just like, wow, is there anyone out there? And I couldn't see like the silhouette of a body or anything, like if it was someone like holding a lantern.
Right.
Not that anyone's like using a lantern in the modern era, but it was really weird. So yeah, like there's other stuff for sure.
Yeah, like one of those old Coleman, like my dad had, that's like propane. You ever seen those old metal?
Oh, sure,
like back in the day, my dad had that camping. That's what, if you got some guy walking around with something like
Ichabod
that.
Crane.
But there wasn't like LED headlamps back then. Like, what would that be?
I'm wondering also, Jeff, maybe are you like the conduit?
Are
you bringing the orbs with you? Are you,
point. Yeah, it seems wherever you go, weird shit happens, bro.
You've got the Shining.
I hope not. But yeah, there's. I don't like to welcome that kind of stuff into my life, but I've certainly experienced more than the average person.
Right.